In this video, I'm reviewing your motion design and animation show reels, showing you what little tweaks you can fix to make your work really stand out to clients and get you hired. Alright, let's take a look at this reel from Gloria Geminani. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. 57 seconds. Gloria, that was awesome. That was so good. That's an awesome reel. Like when I first saw this, like, it looks like you've done a lot of work for British TV shows. Looks like you were working at Made in Colour. They're a studio in London. Oh, we've got see one of these on a video, you know it's good. Okay, here we go. We've got lots of British TV clients. Awesome. Okay, let's get back into this reel. So the first thing is there's no sort of breakdown here. And I know you're working at this company, so I don't really know how much involved you were with the design or animation, or whether you were just animating certain parts. So maybe a little breakdown here that said, you know, the shot at 8 seconds in, I did the animation, not the design. This sequence in particular is so good. This is like absolutely top tier stuff. I really like the intro at the start, get straight into it. Okay, logo, reel, that's all we need. Music's great. Got a bit of sound design in there coming in from the video. That's nice. I'd maybe bury that a tiny bit in the mix, but that's really nitpicking. This is great. Lots of action shots here. That's gorgeous. I love this. The editing to the music's so good. And where it cuts to these sort of speakers here and they start pumping. Awesome. Like the animation's great. The reel editing, that's what we're reviewing here, is awesome. This sequence stood out to me a little bit. Like in these first two shots, we don't get much animation. We get this guy, Paul Hollywood. I assume, is he from Bake Off? Looking like a very sort of classy Guy Fieri. So I'm guessing he did this title card. It looks good. Not as good as any of the other stuff in your reel. And these two shots, can't see any animation in there. I'd maybe remove this section. What, you've got a minute? Yeah, just make it tighter. Just show the best stuff. It's gonna have more impact. This stuff's all edited so well together. Even though I'm guessing a lot of these are from similar projects, the shot compositions are so different. It really works that you've included so much of it. If this was my reel, I'd be including way more shots of those, so really a lot of restraint. That shot as well. There's not much animation going on here. I know there's some good illustration work in this character, but it's just on screen so briefly, you hardly even notice it, so I'd maybe remove that. Love this winking collage lady. That's so good. That might be my favorite thing in the reel. Even though, you know, it's not the tightest, most showy offest designer animation. It's just a fun, cute moment that, you know, just keeps you going throughout the reel. This is all great. Maybe we've seen, you know, you could maybe lose a couple of these shots. We have seen a lot of these, but it is good. I like the reflection. All right, we'll keep that in. It's awesome. I love these character designs. That, I do feel as though we have seen a lot of this sort of stuff from this shot, the playlist. The animation is awesome though. This one, that shot, take this one out. It's fine, nothing wrong with it, but it's, you know, it just looked a bit messy and muddy compared to everything else. You've got a whole bunch of different design styles happening and photos, and you know, the photo doesn't look that nice. Cut this, all your other stuff's brilliant. This is really cool. This animation here, My Pet and Me, it's so awesome. I really think the design is cute. The animation is, you know, pretty subtle, but it's only on screen for like 1 second. We hardly see anything. I like the end. We've got our character looking towards camera. A nice way to end it. Awesome. I'd maybe chuck something a bit stronger at the end here. Like this is great, like the guy looking towards us here, but maybe, yeah, replace this shot with, you know, something from maybe here or from this animation here. I just really love this. This is great. Awesome work. You're gonna get hired. I'd hire you. Awesome reel. Everything I said was really nitpicking to bring it to you know, the very next level, but this is already a top tier reel. Absolute like. You get a follow too. I like your work. All right, let's look at this reel from Andre Baptista. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Okay, I like that. Ooh. All right, Andre, that was really good, but you put your weakest work at the start. It got so much better as it went on. I like this. I like how you used the music really well on a couple of points as well I want to bring up. So the start, nice. There's a lot of, you know, timing and motion skills there. Really good. But then this, it's so slow. This is not interesting at all. We've got like a car just slowly starting up and rolling a bit down the street. Like the way the car stops, we've got a nice bit of jiggle, which is great. It just slows it down. Either cut this entirely or move it towards the end of the reel. And then this next shot, you know, it's fine, but it's not the strongest stuff. This one's all right. But here's where we're like, oh wow, this is the best stuff I've seen so far. This is really good. You've got an awesome sense of timing here. These transitions are great. They're fast paced. I'd check that first up, straight after this. Cut here. And I think that would be much better. This moment I really like. Then it gets slower in time with the music. That's awesome. Not everything has to be so like cut. I know I might seem like that when I'm saying cut out this project, make the edits tighter. But having little moments where there's time to breathe and it's in time with the music, it's just awesome. It really works. This stuff's all good. And here the editing's pretty good, really tight. You cut it to the music really well. Other than the first part being really slow, I think this is awesome. Really, just cut out these first 3 scenes, remove them, and everything else would probably be awesome. You can maybe remove this last guy, because we've seen him a little bit too much, and I kind of think this is kind of the crescendo of your reel, when there's all this chaotic stuff happening. There's so much happening, and then I think just cutting straight to your head would be awesome. Great work, Andre. I like this. Now, I had so much fun reviewing your work and making this video, so I didn't want to leave it till the end of this video to say that I'm putting a form in the description where you can submit your own motion graphics work for more review on this channel. Not just show reels, but any motion graphics work you've done. You can even include your project files if you'd like me to dig through those and maybe review them on this channel. Now, I don't know if this video is going to do well, so please help me out by giving it a like and letting me know in the comments whether you'd like to see more of this type of content on the channel, because I'd really like to make it. And of course, this would be in addition to the usual tutorials. Okay, let's get back to the show reels. All right, let's look at this one from Javier Miranda from 2009, 53 seconds. I like that a lot. All right, I like a lot of that. This is really good work. The main thing that stuck out to me was there's a lot of work from courses and tutorials that I recognized. This character here, I kind of recognize. I can't remember where from. That shot is definitely from the School of Motion's character animation course. It's hard to leave out these sorts of shots that, you know, are really well animated and really well designed because they come already designed from, you know, a paid course. But to me, like, it sticks out as, you know, work that you've been guided through, not that you've animated yourself in a way. Even though I know you've animated this yourself, but with a lot of help. You know, I'm not saying you should never put any work from a course in there, and I'm probably the worst person to show your reel to in this case, because I've, taken a lot of these courses and keep a very close eye onto all the tutorials out there. So I'm probably the person that's going to recognize these the most. But that's the main thing that stands out to me, is I recognize these. The animation's great though. You didn't also try animating. This one I love. Showing the unicorn running and then trotting. That's great. I love that. And all the other work it's really good. I just recognize some of it from, this is from a School of Motion Animation Fundamentals. You've got really good motion skills here. Like, I know I'm not judging the animation, but here, this sort of bounce, it's really good. So this is a really great walk that I love. I don't recognize that from anywhere. So that's great. I'd put that at the front. Replace this guy and throw this in there, because this is really unique and it's got a lot of character. I recognize this one from Jorge Estrada's Learn Squared course. You got 53 seconds. I reckon we could cut like 10 seconds and you'd still have like a really strong reel of like a lot of stuff you made yourself. And this is great. This is probably the strongest animation I really like. Good one to end on. Oh, I like that as well. That's a really nice touch. I'm shooting that's a little self-portrait of you. Awesome work, just, maybe a bit too much student coursework. And maybe that could work in your favor. I see this and also think, well, this person's dedicated to improving their skills. So that's a great trait to have in an employee. I like it, Javier. All right, now let's take a look at this one from Anatole. 1 minute, nicely timed reel. Let's take a look. Ooh, got some particles. Oh! Very strong beats. Very tight edits. Anatole, that was awesome. Okay, a few things I think we could tweak, but like, you really nailed that. The pace was awesome. Probably the best pace of a reel we've had so far. Intro, we've got some cool particles. You covered a broad range of work. Yeah, you get straight into that with that heavy beat. And you put a lot of editing transitions, which I kind of like. I do think you go maybe a bit too overboard with like these sick edits where it's the intense zoom in and everything warps. Your pacing is awesome. Maybe just take those transitions down 50%. This is great. You've got such a broad range of work, but it all looks consistent with your style. It's all sort of detailed and sort of glitchy and fun, but not even glitchy. Just looks really sort of, a bit high tech and sci-fi, like a little elevated. All the stuff is awesome. I don't think there's any shots that really stood out to me. Maybe one to take out. This is all great. I mean, this shot stood out to me because I think I've been asked to animate designs like this so many times, and this could have been done so boring, but you managed to make it look really cool and exciting in this reel. I really like these stars as well. And there's so much different stuff. You've got awesome broad range. That's the shot. I thought maybe take this one out. This one isn't quite as exciting, and there's a bunch of frames in here. I'm not sure whether it's your effects or the compression or everything, where it just looks a little bit too muddy. But awesome pacing. Oh, that last shot is so good. I might even start on that. Like, either start or end on that. But yeah, that really looks awesome. Having something that's so familiar, like we're all familiar with this screen that we've seen so many times, probably hundreds of times a day, and then pictures come at us in 3D with all the focus. It's really awesome. And I really like this pixelating end here that gets clearer. Awesome work, Anatole. To discover the best ways to learn motion design, I've created a short playlist of videos that I think you'll enjoy if you've made it this far. Please like the video and consider subscribing if you'd like more of these videos every week. I'll see you in the next video.